Hi there, it's Karen here. Welcome back, and today we're working on Rocker's Weekly Challenge, week 10. And we're going to be making pockets with a window flip that she's was inspired by Wendy from Wendy's Journal Adventures. And we're going to be using envelopes for this, in case you haven't seen her video, which probably most of you have. So I'm going to do my best. I do find these things sometimes a bit challenging on the brain, but I'll do my best to recreate what she did. I've only got 2 window pockets like this, and then they're not the same. So I'll have to do them. This one's a bigger window than this one. So the template I've created, I've got a template for the window, which I've got here, made out of vellum. It's not the full height, but it won't need to be because we'll cut some off. But I'll have to cut it down for the other window because it's just that bit narrower. Right, so let's get started. I'm going to have to think out loud as I go because that's what I have to do, to think what I'm doing. And I think she measured up 5 inches to start with. And so I'm going to do that. 5 inches. And we'll draw a line across. I think it's quite a big pocket, 5 inches, isn't it? I'm wondering whether to go 4.5 because that's still going to be a good size. I'm going to go 4.5. I'm going to go rogue and do my pocket at 4.5 because I feel like 5 is a bit big. Really, that's a good size. There's a good size pocket, 4.5 inches, I think, for height. And draw across like that. Then we cut down the sides. Oh no, we have to do a little notch at the side of each, at the edge. Just a tiny little notch on either side. And then we cut it. That's it. Cut down the side to open it at the side, although my other side is already open, so probably don't have to cut much there. And you cut down to where your little cut notch is. Oop. There we are, one side. And yeah, I think I'll have to cut this because it's kind of been torn here. I'll cut along here and then it'll just have to be repaired as I go with some paper. Sure, that'll be okay. It'll be disguised and you'll never know that it was torn. So I guess this piece will probably come off. Yes, it does. Not sure what's going on in here. All right. So it's cut at the sides there. And now we cut across where the line is. I might just cut just marginally below the line so it's not visible. Or on the line perhaps. Yeah, because I've already got a little cut mark there where I did my notch, so I'm going to just use that. Okay, and then we're open. Right, so the next bit is to fold it down. So you fold it down wherever you want it to. I don't know if I want to go quite as low as Rachel did, but something like that, because we want to have enough room for our little tab. So we fold it, make sure it's lined up. Fold it there. Alright. And then we have our flippy front, and we have our pocket here. So it's half joined up on this side and it's open on this side, so we can do a wrap around of the paper that we use for the pocket to seal it. That's the idea. Yeah, right, so we can have this here. So now I need to use some papers to cover this front. And obviously once I've covered it both sides, on this side you won't see all this jaggedy edge. So I'm going to start with some papers from my Moroccan journal. I've got a collection of them. Give myself lots of options, lots of choices, but I think actually for the front I want to use this piece because I'd like a nice vibrant front for this. So, looks like I didn't do a very good job of trimming off the white there, did I? So I'm just going to get rid of that. Just going to have a quick sip. I've got a lovely cup of coffee brought to me by my husband, and just need to finish it off. Right. So I'm going to, which way round shall I do it? This way round. Get rid of this other white edge, I think. And we will, I'm going to flatten this piece out so it's easier to work with, I think. So I'm going to mark my width. Maybe not quite as wide. Mark it there. Trim it off. I can see the mark that I made. There it is. That way. Right, is that wide? Now, why isn't that wide enough? Tell me that. Tell me why I haven't cut it wide enough. I have no idea. How did that happen? I've obviously cut it in the wrong place. Did I miss my mark? Yeah, I didn't cut it. There's so many little marks along the edge here. I used the wrong one. Never mind. I've got enough to do a bit more. I think what I'll do is I'll mark it on the back, then I can see what I'm doing properly. Okay, I'm going to mark that there. Then I should have a wide enough piece. Should have done that in the first place. Lesson learned, yet another one. There's a lesson to be learned in just about every video. Trouble is, a few videos later I'll forget that lesson, don't I? I have to learn a new one. Do I want it that way? Or do I want it that way? I quite like it that way, I think. Though it doesn't look very straight there now, does it? Never mind. Never mind. I think it's probably the envelope that's not straight. Right, so what I have to do now, I have to mark my template of where it's going to be, but I'm not going to draw around it on the front because I won't be able to see it, so I'm going to do it on the back. So I'm going to line it up on the back where that needs to go. So I've got my template here. I'm going to slide this underneath. I think it looks about the right place. Hope this will work. And draw around it. Otherwise I've got more paper, I'll just have to do it again. Hope I won't. I'll turn over the one. I'll just double check that it's in the right place after I've drawn around. And let's see. Oh, yes, that looks okay. And it just about goes over the join, over the bend in the pocket, so that's good. So what I think I'm going to do, I'm going to glue this piece, but not going to put the glue on the flaps until after I've stuck this piece down. Otherwise I'll get in a rut or pickle. Right, so I need a piece of glue paper. Put it here. Yeah, I'm just going to glue the top half of this piece on, lined up. Looks about right, although I think I need to move it over just a touch. Got a little bit of white showing where the flaps are, so maybe I'll just ink a little bit along that edge before I stick them down. That might just disguise, or I haven't quite cut it perfectly. All right, now we'll glue those down. Oops, sticking to my paper. Let's see. Okay, should be all right. Glue this one. Okay. Yep, can't really see the white now. It's a little bit at the bottom, but I can soon ink that up. Let's make sure I haven't got any glue on the pocket itself, on the window. There. And then flip that down. Okay, so now we have, let's just fold that a fraction, and then make sure that's lined up. I've done that too low, haven't I? That's not where I folded it. No, that was there. What did Rachel say? Don't fold it before it's dry. But you need to see where the pocket's going to finish up. So you can line up what goes on underneath. I've just got a little bit of trimmage to do on this edge. Alright, and I might just trim off, just tidy up that edge here as well. quite vibrant, gorgeous, isn't it? Right. To make sure it's lined up. I can always trim off anything that's showing the other side, can't I? Right. Let's see what we can put behind there so it looks nice. So I think I need to find a nice image to go behind that window. I have got this piece, although it's a bit similar in colour, isn't it? That's nice. I've got this lantern, which I could cut round and have that going on there. I might just see how that's going to look. I'll do it like a kind of stamp, I suppose. So ideally there'd be something like a nice image, but I don't have an awful lot of what I would call fussy cuts with this kit, so that might actually work quite well because you've got that blue showing through. So I might just cut that down there. That might look all right under there. Okay, so let's find some pretty paper from the kit to back this with. I'm wondering about a bit of this. I'll cut it after. This is to cover the pocket, and then I'll line the rest, but then I've got, so that will go behind there like that. Would this then show up quite well? Or do I want something that's got a bit more colour on there? Yeah, I think perhaps I'll do, yeah, maybe I'll use that piece for the pocket. So that for the pocket, maybe I can use, maybe I can use a piece of this, because this is not particularly directional. It's a little bit directional because it has got some writing on it, but I may not worry too much about that. It's got writing in different directions, so this, then I've got enough to cover the whole of the background. Let me just see. I'll tuck it in there, see how that would look. Sorry, let's move these bits out of the way. Got that like that. Got this. How would that look against there? That might look okay. Yeah, that would show up quite nicely. Maybe I'll use this piece for the pocket, so we'll come back to that. Okay, so I would like to mark where this piece has got to go and trim it down. Okay, I'll cut those off when I know which way round it's going to go. Right, so I'm going to glue that little bit to that backing paper now that that's on. So I've got a odd bit of envelope that just needs fixing right there. around that little bit. Now I'm going to want, actually it doesn't matter too much if, as long as this goes beneath the top of the pocket, it doesn't have to go down any further, so I think I'll just trim off that edge. Well, I've got to decide which way round it's going to go. I'm not going to need, I'm going to take both ends off because I don't want either of the white ends, do I? They're not going to help me. So if I'm going to use this as the pocket, I want something, maybe this would be a good contrast there, or there. I like it that way. I like it that way, so that's the way I'm going to do it. I think I'll just glue on the whole. Oh no, I've got to do my window again, haven't I? Oh, right, yes. Yes, window. Turn it up the other way. Pop my template in. I'm going to try and make it a bit easier for myself and paper clip the paper so I know that where the template's got to go. Come on. Let's try and pick it all up. Paper clip that here. Oops. It slipped. Maybe I need to paper clip the template as well. Right, I think the template's in the right spot now, so I take that one off and draw around it. Very lightly. And then I will cut just inside, I think, my drawn mark. That is up there like that. Turn it around, you can see what I'm doing. Tuck that inside the pocket. And how do we look? It looks okay. Okay, so I'm going to glue, like I did before, just on the top half. I'll get this bit lined up first, I think. I don't need quite as much as that. I'm going to cut a piece of this off. Which is tricky when it's wet and gluey. Okay. Right. Now we'll just do these last couple of bits. Right, so that's... Oop. Managed to get a bit of glue on that window. I want to get the paper wet because it will start to discolour. Right. Now we've just got to cover the pocket. And go there like that. And where's my little doodad? Ooh. Oh, I'm going to have to do a bit of trimming as well. Okay. Trim a bit off the side here. Then I'm going to measure it on the back. The width and the height. Let's see if we can get this to fit. That way? No, that way. Oh, I've taken it off the other end. Oh, never mind. That still looks nice there. Okay, lovely. Put that there. That's going to go, so go that way. Hang on, just let me decide which way around I want it to go. That way, that way, that way I think. Just wanted to check, make sure I had it where I want it. Oh, what has happened here? It decided to fold itself in. Very unhelpful. Oh, I was supposed to wrap around, wasn't I? Wrap this piece around, I totally forgot. Okay, so what I think I'll do is I'll take this piece of border and just add that and wrap it around. Yep, that's what I'll do. I'm going to wrap this around and seal it all up. I think there's a bit of trimming to be done. pockets on this side. Right, so I'll come back and do my thumb notch then. And we just need to put on our little lantern. Make sure it's in the right place. Just glue it and then I'll try and place it in the right position. Is that right? Oh, move it over a bit. I think I'll bring it down a little bit. Okay, yep, you can see that through there. You can also see a bit of the paper through there, which is not fabulous. I wonder if I can just have a go at trimming that a little bit on that edge. That's a bit better. And a tiny bit at the top as well. Okay, so then we have our pocket, a flip-up pocket for the Moroccan journal. There's a little bit of finishing off to do, but that may not be happening in this video because I'm running out of time as usual. And I want to get on to number 2. So I'll put this aside to dry. And then we'll try and do the next one a bit quicker. Right, so now I need to make one for the ballet journal, which I promise is coming up. I just got a bit caught up with doing the Moroccan journals first. When I finish my forest journal, the one that I'm a bit further ahead with, the next one will be the ballet journal. And that'll be another super lacy one. So I felt like a break from that and get on with something really super colourful. But we'll be doing that in due course. So let's make a start on this pocket and do the same as before. So how tall do I want this one to be? I think I might go the same. I think 4.5 is tall enough. Move it over to the bit where it's actually 4.5 is here. And yeah, this pocket is still sealed, so I will have to open this one up a bit. Let me do a little snip, tiny snip, tiny snip. And we'll cut down the sides. And then, this one is open at the top. Haha. So I will need to wrap that around to reseal that, won't I? Okay, that'll be interesting. Right, so I've got that little piece. Just glue this down. Right, so I can put this aside for a moment and do this. I've recut my template. Of course now it's too long, so I just need to trim that up to fit the actual size of the pocket. Not the pocket, the window. Do it properly. Okay, so that will fit nicely there, so let's do that. So I'm using a piece of paper for the outside from Rachel, one of her papers, because I think they go really well with some of these bits, particularly this bit where there's all this lovely lace. I'm just going to trim off that white bit. I'll just cut the width. And see where we want to put this. I really want this lacy bit to show. I might put that, just cut off this bottom. I'll just line it up at the bottom here, I think. Because all of these, the pinks, the blues, the greens, they all make an appearance in the kit that I'm using, so I can have all of those colours featuring. So really I just need to do my window here. So let's just put it, make sure I get it in the right position. Oop. There. It's a bit easier because I can actually draw on the front. And I don't think I'm going to need all of that to wrap around, so I'll just trim a bit off. Okay. So I think what I'll do is I'll nope, not that way around. This is the bit, isn't it? Yes. So that will need to be glued. Oh, yeah. Yes, that's it. Glued there. Like that. So let's. Could be a little tricky. I think I'll do this bit first, make sure this lines up with the top of the window. Okay. join these two pieces together. Not very straight, I don't think. I don't know. Maybe it is. Oh no, I don't think it is. Yep, I think it needs to come up a bit on this side. Whoop. Nope, nope, nope. Oh, right, okay. Well, I'll just have to trim because I don't think I've got that straight, but never mind. Because that looks decidedly wonky. So, oh, we haven't actually. Oh, that's what. I made a bit of a boo-boo. I forgot to fold, didn't I? I forgot to fold it. Oh, right. Oh. Well, that's completely messed that up. I will just have to join it there. Maybe a sort of collage look. Okay, let's fold. Fold it where it needs to go. It needs to go about there, I think. That's because I'm rushing, because I'm going out for lunch and we're going in about 10 minutes, so I may have to finish this another day. Keep doing that, running out of time. So, shall have to glue that on and make a virtue of the boo-boo. Thought it was going too well. All right. I have a slightly wonky pocket, but I don't think it's too bad. Okay. All right, so now we need to do the inside. I don't think I've got time. I might have time, just about, to make a start at least. I haven't glued down my flaps, have I? Let's do that. Let's glue our flaps. Oh, need more glue. Right, let's do the flaps. Flap number 1. Make sure it's not glued to the paper. And flap number 2. Okay, so let's turn it over and do the other half. And I've got some pretty papers for the other half. So I think this is paper from the kit I'm using. And that's some paper from the other kit. So I think that's what I'm going to use for this. So I'm going to mark where this has got to go. And then I'm going to take it all the way down to the top of the pocket. In fact, just below the top of the pocket so that it tucks in and covers up. Well, I don't suppose it matters too much if it doesn't cover up completely inside, because it will the clear bit will be covered up by the front of the pocket. So let's just do that. I hope this is right. Is it wide enough? Maybe just about. I think my pocket isn't particularly straight, so I may have to do a bit of trimming on that. Yeah, I think I'll glue this on and then trim off bits of pocket that don't stick out too much, because this is, oh, it's not quite wide enough. I should have cut it a bit wider. Do you know what? I think this is a bit wide on this side. It's sticking out a little bit. I don't know if I've made it any better, but paper might fit a bit better now. And I'm just to get ready in a moment. Okay, I'm going to see if I can glue this on, and then I think I may have to finish for the moment till I've had my lunch. Oh, I forgot to cut the window. Okay, I forgot the window, so I'm going to have to go and I'm going to have to come back and finish this at a later date because I've messed up completely by forgetting to cut out my window. So I will reprint this paper and we'll start again. And I'll do it properly next time. Okay, I'm back. It's a couple of days later and I really need to get this finished off pronto because this video has taken way too long. I'm actually quite mortified by how long this has taken me to do, but I want to get it finished as quick as I can. So I have prepared my papers for the inside, otherwise we'll never get this finished. So I'm just pulling in a large piece of glue paper. And I have cut this beautiful piece again, because obviously I had it all covered in glue before. And I was just thinking how well it goes with these papers from Roxy Creations. You'd think they came from the same kit. The colours are a perfect match. So I'm going to do what I've done before and just glue this top half and then glue the flaps afterwards. Okay, so it's not particularly straight, so what I'm actually going to do, I'm going to do what I did with the other one. I'm going to tear the flap off. I did the other one unintentionally, so I can get it on straight. Because it's just not lined up how I would like it to be. And then I shall just glue those on separately. And it will look like it was supposed to be like that. I think that's just the way this one has gone. Nothing has gone to plan on this one, but never mind. We'll make it work. even going to ink the edge of this one, I think. Make it look like it was intentional. Should have done that with this one, but never mind. All right, not a fabulous job, but it is on. And I'm just going to trim off the excess on the side. Okay, I need to trim off some around the pocket. I'm going to around the window, but I shall do that afterwards. As I say, this video is long enough. Now I just need to glue on my pocket. So I have cut it down a little bit either side just to make sure I could tuck under my backing paper. And I've got this piece of beautiful lace paper from Shabby Dabby Doodah. So I'm going to glue that on. So I have cut it wider so I can wrap around and reseal that pocket. Just make sure I line it up at the top. Fold it around. And then we have our not very well made pocket. But we're just going to put the last couple of finishing touches on it. So I have this image from one of the ballet kits. I'll show you all the kits and everything when the time comes, when I start doing the journal. But in the meantime, I'm going to put her, just make sure she's lined up with. Right, just line her up. A little bit of, got a couple of moments of wiggle room just to make sure she's properly in. Let's move her up a bit. Just a touch more. It's alright, I know you can't see, but so she's there. Just I'm not completely pushing her down until I'm happy where she is. Yep, she's perfect. She's going to go there. I will do a little thumb notch when it's dry, and I will round the corners. But the last little touch I want to add up here where it's looking a little bit not fabulous. I want to put a bit of lace just to distract the eye a bit from this bit, which whether I should put that there. Maybe I'll put it there so you can't see that horrible bend in the paper where I folded it in the wrong place, or where the two pieces of paper had to be joined. Right, I'm just going to put some glue . Okay, so not too bad. Last thing to do, put our tab on. I've got this piece, it's scrapbook paper, but it's the colour works really well with this. And that's not very straight. Now, going to put it half on, half off, I think. But you can actually see the other colour through it. Okay. Just trying to line those up so you don't see the back. All right. Okay, so it's done. It's not perfect, but it's quite pretty. And I think when I've given it the last couple of finishing touches, I think it'll be okay. So that's that one. And the other one is the Moroccan one. I might put something up here. I probably will put some sort of bit of fabric or something up here. So I did this tab, and inside, love that inside. Done the thumb notch. I've inked all around it, so that looks fine. I'm happy with this one. It looks nice, it's just until you look too closely. This one's all right. And then I did off camera also make a third one without the window, which is what the original one was supposed to be. The Wendy one, I watched Wendy's video as well. So that one opens up, and this is using some papers from Shabby Dabby Doodah. So that's the one without a window. So I like that too. So there we are. That's Rocky's Weekly Challenge, week 10. Thank you for joining me and sticking with me through this endless video, and I'll see you again soon. Bye for now.